A lot can happen in a week and a half. The Phillies started one of their longest homestands of the season with a series sweep, and the excitement around Citizens Bank Park was building. It has been a very successful stay against a solid list of foes with plenty to smile about. And what better way to end than with a birthday celebration? It is one of the craziest days of the year. It's the Fanatic's birthday. And yeah, the fans 15 and under get the bucket hat with the Fanatic's face on it. And the Fanatic is celebrating as we speak with a lot of his friends. It's Weekends with Schmidt, presented by Acme Markets. All right, so the Phillies made a roster move before the start of today's ball game. J.P. Crawford, as we reported last night, with a right forearm strain, has been placed on the 10-day DL. And Jesmuel Valentin has been recalled from Lehigh Valley, and he is set to make his major league debut. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with John Kruk and Mike Schmidt. We get ready for the Fanatic's birthday and the finale of this three-game series against the Atlanta Braves. All right, so when you played, Michael, there was Dave Kingman, there was Dave Parker, Willie Stargell, all of these stars from other teams that we had to watch all the time. Freddie Freeman's turning into one of those guys that we're getting tired of watching.
You got that right, Tommy. Over the last 5-6 years, he's been a thorn in the Phillies side, without question. You know, Freddie Freeman is what, if it were my era, we'd call him a gamer. I don't know how much that word's used nowadays, but he is a gamer. Comes to play every day. It doesn't matter to Freddie who's pitching, left hand, right hand. You know, if you look at his 162 game averages, they're right around 175 hits, 25 home runs every year, 40 doubles every year, on and on and on. Those averages are really top notch. Here's Freddie last night in the game. Actually got robbed earlier in the game, and John's going to talk about that. But here's a long drive to right center. Short, quick, compact, and I will say this, a bit of an uppercut. And he runs out a triple. Big hit in the game last night for the Braves. Freddie wants this to be his year. You know, he said in spring training that he really needs to establish himself as a leader on the team. And I think he's on his way to doing that. Here's his stats this year: 5th in the league in average, 5th in the league in RBIs, on base percentage 5th as well. So he's like top 10 in everything so far this year. So he's on his way to doing what he said. I think he may be the most underrated player in the National League.
Well, he could be, and he's also a Gold Glove caliber first baseman as well, which we've seen over the years. All right, speaking of Gold Glove, he hasn't won one yet. Odubel Herrera, though, has made a couple of Gold Glove style plays this year.
Yeah, he's been fantastic in the outfield, and he's been since he became a Philadelphia Philly. On April 11th, here's a play right here that just, it's amazing to me how quickly he got back to the fence. He timed it perfectly and made the catch over the fence, robbing a home run. But the play last night that he made against Freddie Freeman, Mike alluded to it, was just as good a play as you're ever going to see. It rivals the Mike Trout catch in Camden Yards. Getting to the wall, his glove side is at the fence. His left arm is at the fence. He reaches. Now, Mike Trout didn't have to deal with bushes, which Odubel did. A heck of a play, and I think, look, we talk about him can win a batting title. He can win a Gold Glove, too. He might do them both this year.
Well, it was very impressive to watch him take that home run away in last night's ball game. The Phillies thought maybe that could be a momentum swing. Yep, Vince Velasquez has other things on his mind besides being on the mound. What is that dog doing on the warning track? We'll get to lineups and first pitch of the Fanatic's birthday when we return. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. By Toyota. The Toyota Camry, Highlander, and RAV4 have something for everybody. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. By Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. And by Independence Blue Cross, live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. Series of this homestand here at Citizens Bank Park. The starting 9 at their rightful positions. Those are youngsters who are randomly chosen before each and every Sunday game. They get a chance to go out to one of the positions on the field, get an autograph from one of the Phillies players. It's a very cool moment. What they were treated to earlier was the Fanatics birthday cake. What a beauty. The Fanatics birthday today is presented by Giant Foods. Yeah, that is an awesome birthday cake. Phoebe is here. Fanatics saw Phoebe after they surprised him, and all the mascots from the Philadelphia area have come out to help celebrate the Fanatics birthday, including Swoop. He's had a very busy schedule going around with the Super Bowl trophy. And the dog extravaganza, well, that entertained everybody out in the outfield during the course of the pregame ceremony. Yeah, look how quick that guy is. Woo. Little slalom.
How do you do in the NFL Combine?
I don't know, probably did very well. Kids got a kick out of it out in the outfield when they were watching it. Fanatic got a kick out of it also. Remember when we could jump like that, guys? Fanatic presented with a birthday card. Happy birthday, big guy. That's because he's tall. Sarge's, do you see Sarge's signature on there?
No.
Yes, the Sarge was on there. Well, there'll be much more going on today. Let's take a look at the Braves lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider, according to speedtest.net. Well, they've changed things up. Ender Inciarte drops from the leadoff spot to the number 9 spot in the order. And that means Ozzie Albies will lead things off. We'll get into that a little bit as he digs in. Freddie Freeman is hitting 7 straight. He is 4 of 16 against Velasquez, who's ready to go. And so is Albies, who is 2 for 7 in this series. And the first pitch is, well, the first pitch is gone. That is a long home run. 9 home runs for Albies. This one on the first pitch. And it's 1-0 Atlanta.
I think we need a mulligan.
Seriously.
Disappointing he didn't work the count, though. See a few pitches like, you know, now Acuna's coming up and he doesn't have anything to go on.
Oh, man, that's pretty impressive.
You see it, though. Down and away. Knapp wanted it. Cut.
Yeah.
He pulled it middle in, down and in to a lefty. We know that's dangerous.
Well, here are Vince's numbers without that home run.
They just went up a little.
Yes, they did. Now 29 hits in 26 innings. Acuna hits it the opposite way. That's a fair ball down the right field line. He's going to get at least 2 out of this one. Boy, he could fly. So a double, which followed the home run. Brian Snitker adjusted his lineup. He said it would be kind of nice to get Acuna up into the number 2 spot and put Inciarte up 9th. He said it's not something I want to make a habit of, but I was going to try it today. Well, it's worked in the first inning.
Wow, that's a pretty impressive fastball away and get over curveball. Wow. You don't see the curveball hit over first base to the left of the first baseman very often. Some talent right there.
They're halfway to the cycle. 3 pitches.
Well, let's hope they don't get the triple here. But if they get even a single, it's going to score Acuna from second. Freddie Freeman 3 for 9 so far in the series with a couple RBIs. 1 ball and no strikes.
Can't tell me that pitch was only 87. I've become a pitch speed guy now.
Yeah, we've had it up so often in the last few years that we all look for it. That's the opposite way. Foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Do you think it was harder, Mike, or softer?
Harder.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good test for Vince here. He needs a good game. But, you know, Aaron Nola get knocked around a little bit a couple games ago and just kept his composure and ended up getting into the 7th inning.
Popped him up. Cesar is under it and gives way to Altair, and Altair will make the catch. And 1 out here in the first.
We got a big out right there. Guy that can normally pull that ball to the right side and move that runner. So if that runner didn't move, it gives us a better chance to get out of here with just that one.
Well, now Markakis, who is 2 for 6 in the series with a double and a home run. He's 5 for 14 against Velasquez. Having a good year, though, to start. A .413 on base percentage to go along with a .307 batting average. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
You wouldn't think Acuna would be thinking about stealing third with a left-handed hitter, but you still got to keep an eye on him. You talked about his speed, Tom. Since Freddie Freeman couldn't get him over, does he now take a chance? Especially with how far Franco's playing away from third base.
They heard you down there.
I think we go right to the dugout.
Yeah.
I think our
little speaker in there.
Yeah.
Well, there are speakers all around.
I hear what you're saying, but with Kingery standing right there next to him, right near the bag, it's going to be tough to get a good walking lead.
On the inside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike to Markakis.
It's a good day for left-handed hitters in terms of home runs. I mean, they get one up in the wind. It's blowing from left field directly to right field. Blowing pretty good, too.
Popped it up. Out to left center field. Coming in is Hoskins and Odubel makes the catch.
Wow, there you go. I'll tell you what the wind's doing right there.
Today's game is also available in Spanish. Just use the SAP button on your television or change the language through the menu on your cable box. And he had to go a long way to make that play.
Just went up and hit a wall of wind up there.
Yeah, that's where your middle infielders too have to be cognizant of that, how that ball blew back in, and they have to go out hard for balls on pop-ups that you think might be routine pop-ups to the outfield.
Well, if we could get that, what is it called, StatCast or whatever.
See how far he went.
Well, Odubel ran on that ball. Made a big loop.
Inside and low, 1 ball, no strikes to Suzuki, who did not play yesterday. He played game 1 of this series, hitting .292 with 4 homers and 12 RBIs. Do you keep worrying about Acuna here, or do you just go after Suzuki?
I don't. I mean, Hernandez standing right next to the bag. I mean, I don't see him going anywhere. Unless he gets in a pattern where he just hits a stop point and then goes, hits stop point and go, and he starts repeating that. But
off the glove of Knapp. Now he'll go. And a runner at third with 2 outs. And it's 2-0 to Suzuki.
Another pulled pitch by Vince.
yeah, we'll find out. I don't know. I think maybe
Not a wild pitch.
Andrew might have got over there. Was he setting up on the inside?
He was setting up on the inside.
I mean,
it was catchable though. But as John said, he did pull it pretty good. 2 balls, no strikes to Suzuki. And he popped it up. Knapp off with the mask, shading his eyes. And that's some pretty good pitching right there by Velasquez. After getting jarred with that leadoff home run on the first pitch by Albies. That's all the damage they have. We go to the bottom of the first. Internet provider according to speedtest.net. Well, the top four are the same. Altair starts in right field. Then Andrew Knapp and Maikel Franco. And Scott Kingery playing shortstop, as we mentioned during the outset. That's because J.P. Crawford was placed on the disabled list. And Gabe Kapler said today that it will be Kingery who will play most of the time at shortstop. Phillies brought up Jesmuel Valentin. Here's Brandon McCarthy, who's 3-0 with a 3.38 ERA. And like the last 2 days for both teams, this is his third start against the Phils already this year.
Pretty telling. Right-handers are hitting over 290. Lefties are just over 220 against him, which kind of odd, isn't it, those splits?
Very odd.
Is every starter now 6'6", 6'7"?
Yep.
Every reliever? Wow.
Does seem that way. Does seem like the average height has gone up. Cesar pulls it foul. Into the stands on one hop, 0-2.
Well, let's hope we have a little more energy today. Last night was kind of a downer. Sluggish. They look sluggish.
Very sluggish. Trying to wrap up this homestand on a high note. They swept the series from the Pirates, lost 2 of 3 to the Diamondbacks. And now Cesar's down looking on strikes to begin the bottom of the first. That was a big hook right there.
Yes, it was. That was some serious rotation.
That's why the righties hitting that well against him doesn't make sense. It's 12-6, isn't it, Michael?
Yes, sir. I've quit on that one many times.
It can't break that much. It just
Look,
can't.
Sandy Koufax right there, who I never faced, by the way.
Ever?
I'm not that one.
Here's Santana, who takes on the outside corner.
There's the change. It looked like a change, didn't it?
92.
Maybe it was because the catcher didn't pop his glove.
Outside. Outside again. 2 balls, 1 strike. Santana hitting a .170 with 2 home runs and 11 runs batted in. Three balls and 1 strike. Odubel's on deck. And ball 4. So that's the 14th walk in the last 15 games for Carlos Santana.
A walk's a beautiful thing. You know, you talk about a guy's hits, how many he's got and all that, but I mean, a walk, and they always said when we were kids, same as a single.
Hard to convince people of that all the time, but you are on base.
And the plus side of a walk is it opens up some holes, especially for a left-handed hitter.
Yes. Somebody like Odubel as Santana takes his lead. And Odubel spins on that swing. It's 0-1. He's hit in 11 consecutive games. He's 12 for 21 on the homestand. And he's reached base safely in 28 consecutive games.
Any idea? Maybe Carl knows the record for reaching base safely in games.
It's a good question. Is it?
We'll have that here real quick.
Is it beyond Joe DiMaggio's 56?
I would think.
I mean, that's a hit streak, but he did reach base safely in 56 straight.
Yeah, and how do we know if he didn't walk in the 57th or the
that
game
is true
prior to the streak start?
That is true. It's
Carl,
a good
you
question.
got some work to do, Carl.
Carl is already on the horn.
Wake him up. Is he sleeping over there?
He got in late.
Saw his breakfast. He might be sleeping after that.
A lot of corned beef hash.
In the dirt, and it's 1 ball.
Right, we check up on you, Carl. You can't.
Reese.
Love eating in the dining room over there, the press dining room.
It's the best place in the league.
I have no doubt about that.
Upstairs, 2-2.
I've always been a big tray guy. You know, I loved eating in college, where you cafeterias where you get your stuff right away, put it on a tray,
Load it up.
get as much as you want.
Did you put on your freshman 25, Mike, when you were in college?
My what?
They say you gained about 25
Oh,
pounds
pounds?
your first semester.
Never heard of that one.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside 3-2.
Descending. 3-2. Thinking Odub will put the ball in play.
I'd say no, but
I agree. I say no.
I don't really have an opinion.
well, there's ball 4.
Odub clapping. That's 29.
29 consecutive games.
There it is.
All right, here we go. Carl has got our reach base safely streak. The longest one in baseball history is Ted Williams reached base safely in 84 consecutive games. Well, we were way off.
That is pretty safe.
And then DiMaggio 74 games in a row in 1941.
There you go. And see, that's a good bit of trivia for our fans out there to know.
Ted Williams also is in 3rd place in that category. Here's Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins 2 for 7 in the series. And he takes on the inside corner 0-1. Hoskins OPS is tops. Fouls it away to the right. 2 folks caught it. I wonder if that made it a little easier in the hands.
If you were the second one.
The ball's 2 strikes to Hoskins. Outside 1-2.
Braves have been getting ahead of Rhys in a lot of his at-bats in this series. Yesterday's game for sure. Find that happens when I wouldn't say struggling, but I mean if you have a couple of bad games in a row, hit it behind in the count a lot. And then when you're really hot, you know what I mean, things are happening.
You take the donut off the bat, it's 2-0 when you're hot.
Exactly.
You don't even hit your helmet on, it's 0-2 sometimes though.
Outside 2-2. Now McCarthy now with 10 balls, 8 strikes in this bottom of the first. Let's see if the Phillies can keep capitalizing. With Altair on deck, the count 2-2 to Rhys Hoskins. Swing and a miss. An 87-mile-an-hour slider. It's sort of saucered up top. Time now for our Nissan upgrade. Upgrade to the technology tomorrow today. The highest percentage of pitches in the strike zone. Brandon McCarthy is at the top of that list at 55.6%. Velasquez on that list too.
So explain that one to me.
Well, they're just the number of pitches that are either called a strike or deemed to be in the strike zone with the computer generated research that folks do.
Wow.
That's why we're upgrading to technology.
But one of them got sent to the bullpen already on that list.
That is true. Well, because throwing too many strikes hurt him.
Yeah.
Back toward the middle and backhanded by Albies. And Santana smartly hangs on to the bag. Albies just saved a run.
Yes, he did. And you could see a good sense for the game of baseball right there. In fact, even as he was going for that ball, he knew exactly what he was going to do. He was going to hope for a Santana rounding third base. Too far. There you see it. Right now, he's looking at Santana all the way. Good job by Dusty at third base. He knew that was their only play as well.
Left hand up, right hand pointing to the base. Stay on it.
So Des, like, what are you doing, man? All right, so here's Knapp, who's only pinch hit in this series. First pitch is called a strike on the inner half, and it's 1-0. Knapp hitting 182 on the year. 7 strikeouts and 14 at bats on this homestand.
A knock here would go a long way for Andrew.
Big time.
And the Phillies, but nothing like a knock in your first at bat. Nothing like a knock that knocks in a couple in your first at bat.
You're on your way to a big day.
Swing and a miss at a curveball. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks in the inning, and the Phillies leave them loaded. We'll go to the second. It's the Braves 1 and the Phillies nothing. Monday after that series in Washington, and they come home for the 4 games. Teva respiratory night on Wednesday the 9th at 7:05. Get your tickets by going to Phillies.com. You saw a peek at the hat that's going to be given out to all fans on Teva respiratory night. That's the lid that was given out to all the youngsters here. The first pitch to Camargo is in there, 0-1. Camargo hitting .308 since coming off the disabled list. Pulls that one out towards second. And Cesar easily throws him out. One away for Dansby Swanson.
Better start to the second than the first for Vince.
Yes, sir. Well, I think the point that you guys made in the first inning, that even these young pitchers and any pitcher can learn from Aaron Nola the other night. You give up 3 runs in the first inning, it doesn't mean it's not the end of the world, because you have, I mean, conceivably in this day and age, an average of 6 innings per outing for a starting pitcher. You keep it at 3 runs, well, then you're probably in pretty good shape.
Well, with this team for sure, and the confidence they have right now. Last couple of years, I don't know that I would have said that, but
that's a valid point.
Yeah.
Curveball inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swanson 3 for 7 lifetime against Velasquez. On his last outing, only went 4 2/3. Good pitch.
Yes, that was a good pitch.
Two. Got him. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. First strikeout for Velasquez. Here comes Brandon McCarthy.
Knapp wanted the 0-2 pitch up. It was way up, and then he got one right where he needed it.
It's a good camera work right there. You can see the bat go right underneath the ball.
You know, the last time out, the first time through the order, Velasquez, I mean, he was humming along. I mean, his fastball had great life. And he went to it probably one too many times. The second time through, and that's where he gave up the runs to the Diamondbacks. And they felt like afterward, you know, he had a lot of life on his fastball. That was a good sign, but that there needed to be a little adjustment the second time through the way he was attacking the hitters. So there's still a lot to be learned for some of these young guys. And probably for the catchers too.
Now our catchers still call the game, right?
Correct.
They don't get them from the bench.
Nope. Outside, 3-1. More 2-seamers by far for Velasquez than 4-seamers.
Got a call right there.
Sure did. P.J. Whalehand's pitch cast.
Take it.
Yes, sir. And a strike 3 call. Back-to-back strikeouts for Velasquez. And a 1-2-3 second inning. We'll move to the bottom of the second. It's the Braves 1 and the Phillies 0. There have been some exciting moments so far. Don't miss the next one. It's easy to stream your favorite team on all your devices with the NBC Sports app. And don't miss the next amazing moment. Last of the second. Michael Franco leads it off. It'll be Franco, Kingery, and Velasquez against Brandon McCarthy, who had a hefty pitch load in the first inning, but was able to leave the bases loaded. McCarthy threw 25 pitches in the first inning. There's Franco, has played in one game so far this series.
All right, I'm betting on a breaking ball first pitch.
Well, I'm betting he's going to swing.
Hit two first pitch home run and a first pitch base hit to left field last night, both on fastballs.
Might go fastball down and away if he can get it there.
Suzuki setting up there. Outside, 1-0.
Okay.
Tried to get it down and away.
Wrong again.
Out towards center field, and Inciarte won't get it. It'll drop for a hit. Second hit for the Phils. Leadoff batters aboard. Kingery's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Let me tell you a story about McCarthy, not Tom McCarthy, but Brandon McCarthy, because you know, he was in his third outing of the season this year, guys, when he had a little bit of a freak injury. He was covering first on a routine ground ball to first when he popped his shoulder out of the socket trying to catch the baseball. They were able to pop it back in, and he was not. He didn't end up missing any games, did not end up on the disabled list. But as we know, behind every successful man is a supportive woman, right? So Amanda McCarthy, his wife, went to Twitter to send her husband a message. This is what she had to say. She said, "Whoa, so much happened. You dislocated your shoulder, you made the out, popped it back in, then you just walk around normal, but you still can't do the dishes. Something's fishy about that." Yeah, so Brandon McCarthy didn't miss any time. He did last year. He popped his shoulder out of the socket last year while he was working out. Ended up on the disabled list, but this time was able to make his next start. And I'm sure he had a conversation with the wife afterwards as well.
Yeah, they say when you do that, you're going to do it another time. If you pop your shoulder, it's going to keep on popping out. And I guess if you don't do the dishes, it doesn't matter. You're just never going to do the dishes.
I got a dishwasher at home myself.
You don't think he has one, Brandon?
My wife. No.
Oh, Donna. No. Donna is not going to be happy about that.
Quite actually. Oh, that was bad, huh? Actually, I do the dishes.
Attaboy.
Most of the time.
Christine, our stage manager, is not happy about that.
Something sounds fishy about that, too.
Yeah, it does.
Me too movement. Where does that fit in?
1-2 pitch. Ground ball towards shortstop. Swanson. It's a second for one over the first. They won't turn the double play.
Well, I'm just trying to be funny, and that's really not the case.
Well, Amanda is a very funny. Murph, what did you say about her reputation on Twitter?
Yeah, so apparently there's some kind of list out there got put together by Sports Illustrated of the top 100 sports tweeters of the year, and both her and Brandon made the list in 2013. So,
John, are you on that list?
Who knew?
Well, apparently they have a lot more free time than just worrying about dishes and ironing and stuff. Laundry. You can tweet that many times.
Velasquez hits it foul. You're not on the list then?
I hope not.
Velasquez hitting .375 this year. He's a .236 lifetime hitter.
Mike, Donna on line one.
I'm just going to say, don't answer that. Can we keep that just between ourselves?
Yeah, we won't tell
that I said that.
We
No
won't
one
whisper a word. No.
Not one person heard it but us.
Well, when I get home tomorrow morning, I have to say I made tell her, honey, I made a comment. Actually, I've never called her honey either, but
you might want to use it this time.
I made a comment that didn't come out the way I wanted it to.
Might want to go with the shock value when you're apologizing.
Bunted foul, and it's 0-2.
You still have time to get her something, a little gift or something.
Yeah.
Why don't you get her one of those Fanatic bucket hats?
How do I get out of this, guys? Help me.
You don't. You're done.
It's been like how many years we've been together up here, and I've really not screwed up that bad.
Yeah, it's been nice knowing you.
Yeah. How do you think your wife would take to that?
Well, I don't have to worry about it. You don't cook.
Better be careful, John.
Yeah, I'm done.
No balls and 2 strikes to Velasquez with a runner at first. And he fouls it back over the screen. It remains 0-2. We saw Velasquez after the first pitch then try to bunt. That's been a little bit of the pattern for the Phillies pitchers at the plate. See if they can get something their first pitch, and then if not, then they try to bunt. And now they go back to swinging. And there Velasquez takes. And it's 1-2.
Well, Vince has a chance if it's middle in. But once that left foot starts stepping toward Camargo at third base, anything away, it'll be a little bit of an issue.
Good throw over. Swing and a miss. So Velasquez strikes out, and there are 2 outs. Streaks were made to be broken. Make history and win $5.6 million. Download Beat the Streak today.
How do you do that?
Well, I think it's an ongoing game. Go on the app, and you pick a player each day
To get a hit.
to get a hit. Gets a hit, you continue. And if you can go 56 games.
Huh. Are we allowed to do it?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. Why not?
Since we work for a team, or we...
I think you can do it.
I'll get my son to do it.
Jeez, I think it would be hard to go like 15, 10, 15, 20, somewhere in
It's
that
not
range.
easy. Because you think about it, you're like, well, I can pick somebody every day. But you can pick the same guy if you want to.
Yeah. I think I remember my son did that a couple years ago.
That'd be a good game just to play your buddy, you know.
Yeah. Suzuki hangs on to that enough for the out to be recorded. I think the bat knocked the ball out of his gloves, so that's why it's just a strikeout. Cesar doesn't strike out much, but he has struck out in his first 2 ABs. That's 5 strikeouts for McCarthy. So no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. He had it, and it's knocked out of his glove at that point, but it was considered a strikeout by then. fan section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. Guys, the question is, who was the only other team that Dale Murphy played for besides the Phillies and the Braves? So he played for one other team besides the Phillies and the Braves. The answer will be revealed a little later on.
I know this one.
All right.
Because he was in spring training with us when he got traded to him.
Down the right field line, a fair ball. And Inciarte is on his way to second. He's going to get 3 out of this one. Altera was shaded way over toward right center field. So this is a stand-up triple for Inciarte.
Well, that worked.
Yeah,
hitting him ninth, huh?
Everything that Brian Snitker has tried to do today with his lineup has worked. Moving Inciarte to the number 9 spot. You know, this is a guy that is hitting 262, but Snitker feels like he's struggling at the plate.
Yeah, struggling. He said he's pressing and all those other things. And that seemed like it was pretty free and easy.
First ball fastball again.
So here's Albies. So Brian Snitker was honest today when he talked about batting Inciarte ninth, because he knows that people around baseball are doing it. We've seen the Phillies do it. He said, I don't want to be married to this. He said, I don't want this to be a lasting thing. He said, but I do know that I have more than one leadoff hitter on this team, guy that's capable of being a leadoff hitter. And he feels like Inciarte is putting too much pressure on himself and seems like he's 0-2 every at bat. And he's getting some hits, but they're just, you know, he's kind of guiding it. He's not swinging. So he felt like this would take some pressure off him, batting him ninth. 3-0.
This kind of tells you right here in the 3rd inning, infield in, 1-0 game. That I don't know if Gabe Kapler's too enamored with his offense right now if he's got the infield in this early, especially with speed.
I'm not sure Vince has ever regained that speed he had in that New York game. Remember when he struck out, was it 12 or 16? Some
struck out 16 against San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was an amazing day.
I know, and all we were talking about was how hard he threw. Because he has had surgery, and I don't know many pitchers that ever regained the speed they had prior to surgery.
Yeah, it is true. You talk about just
have elbow or shoulder.
You know what?
Some of those guys come back from Tommy John and they're winging it a lot harder.
Curve ball, a bit high, ball 4. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
Oh, come on, lie to me. You're good at it.
Here comes Rick Kranitz out to the mound.
Uh-oh. We're down to 5, Michael. 5 visits.
All right, so Velasquez has had bicep strain, flexor strain, and he had the middle finger last year, which we knew about, but he did have Tommy John surgery early in his career after his first season with the Astros. Yeah, so he's regained and maybe even then some. But I know what you're saying, Mike. That day they struck out 16, we're thinking, wow, this is a bargain the Phillies got from the Astros. Here's Acuna. The Phillies will play the infield back at double play depth.
Be careful, first pitch fastball here. He must be a likable guy.
Santana or
Albies.
Yeah.
Like everyone, like when Franco slid into second on the ball Kingery hit, they had something to say to him. Santana, you know.
Runner goes from first. Pitch is low and out of the glove of Knapp. It'll be a stolen base.
That's amazing. They must have a clock over there. Know what Vince's time is. Nobody out. Stealing second. It's no big deal. Amazing.
Also had time to put his helmet back on as he's running too, to make sure it didn't fly off.
And the thing with Vince, when he comes set low, and then he brings his hands up high, and as soon as he moves that glove, you could take off.
That's a great call, John.
Yeah.
Great call right there. You're right. As soon as the hands come up, boom, gone. If you start the stopwatch right when those hands first move, you can get a good number.
Out toward shallow center. Kingery ventures out and makes the catch. It was not an easy play the way the wind was blowing. 2 out, or 1 out, I should say.
Well, we can speed up the process here. You got to walk Freeman.
It's our GMC precision play of the game.
Yeah, infield was halfway, so he had a little bit farther to run. He was playing in the sun and the wind and everything else. You see, gotta love that. Guys run with their mouths open. Keeps the sun out of your eyes.
Sure does.
So we're going to pitch around him, the old pitch around routine.
Boy, I'd just walk him if that's your intention. Hit the dirt, 1-0.
I believe he's probably the most surprised guy in the stadium right now that they're pitching to him.
Seems to have a little smirk on his face, like I cannot believe this.
1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball left field, slicing back and in. Hoskins is there, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Inciarte. He'll hold up as the throw comes in. 2 men down.
Well, Gabe Kapler got a great result right there.
Sure did. So 2 away, and now Markakis.
Again, another ball that not carrying that way.
Yeah, the wind helped us right there. Blew it into the infield.
Yeah, it did.
Here's another at bat we might consider an intentional walk.
Yeah, then go after the right-hander on deck, Suzuki. Runners lead off. Drops that pitch in for a strike. 0-1. A curveball. Balls and 1 strike to Markakis. Broke his bat. Ground ball toward the hole. Stopped by Cesar. 1 run is in, and now a 2nd run scores on a shallow single to right center field by Nick Markakis. It's 3-0 Braves.
The 2 outs helped that, swinging on, taking off on the swing. And speed. And speed. You know, nothing like speed. Cesar made a good play, but by the time he got up and got a grip on the ball, here you'll see it. Ball hit to the right spot on the field. Dive. Right. Alves, he's off on the swing, so he got a tremendous jump.
He is quick.
Tell you what, if Acuna's the second fastest guy in baseball, people are saying, Albies got to be a close third.
You ain't kidding with that. So now Suzuki, who did pop out to nap his first time up. 0-1. Base hit it to left field. That one's going to go to the wall. Markakis on his way to third, and he'll be held there. It's a double for Suzuki. And the inning continues. It's second and third with 2 men down.
Yeah, lucky that ball was hit so hard by Suzuki. This could be a 4-0 game.
Well, last night the Braves left a lot of men on base. Today they're getting some 2-out hits. They escaped a couple of times last night in these situations.
Well, now Camargo. Camargo lifts that one down the right field line toward the corner. It is gone. A 3-run home run with a nice, easy swing.
Didn't that thing look like a? There is an easy swing right there.
6-0 Braves.
Wow.
Well, you guys mentioned it. If you're going to try to put one into the seats, right field isn't a bad way to go. That's his first home run of the year. But this game has gotten out of hand very quickly for Velasquez here in the 3rd inning.
There you see it right here. Watch his swing, how nice and smooth it is. Fastball. Wow. That's a good hitting spot. That's the danger zone for lefties right there.
Yeah, changeup. It looked like where Knapp was setting up down and away. He wanted that ball to run away from Camargo, and it just didn't.
Popped him up. Knapp is off with the mask. Second opportunity of the day for him, and he makes the catch. 8 men come to the plate in the inning for the Braves. They collect 4 hits, including a 3-run home run by Camargo. Middle of the 3rd. Braves 6, Phillies nothing. on car insurance. Well, Fanatic is having a nice day because it's the Fanatic's birthday. But from a Phillies standpoint, it has not been a nice first 3 innings. The Braves 6 runs on 6 hits. And now the Phils will try to climb back with Carlos Santana leading it off. Brandon McCarthy is sitting there thinking, pretty nice to have a 6-run lead to work with in the third.
Yeah, strike back, huh? One here, one there, one somewhere else, and you're back in it. Better happen soon, though.
Santana takes outside. He walked his first time up. Brandon McCarthy, he's gotten support this year, averaging 8.4 runs per game while he's in there. But he hasn't worked deep into games. He's only gone 6 innings once. Everything else is less than 6. Popped up behind home plate. Suzuki off with the mask and back into the Diamond Club.
John, when you played, would they have shifted on you to that degree? No shift?
You know, the Braves started a little bit, but they more like outfield played me the other way, infield played me to pull. But it wasn't drastic like where Dansby Swanson is. I guess their numbers showed that when I hit the ball on the ground, I hit it, I pulled it, and in the air the other way, which I'm assuming that's the opposite, right?
No, that's just pretty normal. For all hitters, it's kind of tough to put the ball on the ground to the opposite field, but easy to put it in the air to the opposite field.
Fouled back, and it remains 3-2.
There weren't many switches back then anyway. I mean, there's a couple. By switches, I mean, you know, defensive shifts. Makes sense.
Yeah, you got a large enough sample size. Makes sense to do it.
John, when you saw it, were you surprised when they did it?
No, not really. I mean, I didn't try to change what I was trying to accomplish at the plate against certain pitchers.
Pulled down the right field line, foul. And it remains 3-2. Pop foul. Right out of play. Somebody got a nice round of applause for a good catch. Yeah, baby. Oh. Another one hitting the air down the left field line. Acuna and Camargo makes the catch. Ball came back fair. One away. Speaking of the yard, it's the best kid zone in baseball. Get some home runs at Citizens Bank Fan Field, climb the Fanatic climbing wall, throw some pitches in the mini bullpen, and launch some dogs using the Hatfield hot dog launcher. After the activities, treat yourself at the ice cream bar like those folks are doing right now. Go to Phillies.com/theyard for more information.
Well, Michael and I had ours today. Our ice cream. From the infamous Frankie Two Scoops.
Did he give you 2 or 3?
Well, since Mike only gets 1 now,
Really?
I got a little light watch what you eat thing going.
Oh, do you?
I watched everything I ate today.
How long is that going to last, Mike? When you watch it?
I'm having a cheeseburger for dinner. I already got that planned.
Outside, 1-1. So you're going light on the ice cream, so you can go heavy on the cheeseburger.
2 good days, and I deserve a bad one.
Yeah.
Well, I got a long way to catch up.
We have all the ice cream we could want
You
up
guys
here.
you guys are heading out afterwards, right?
Yeah, we're going to Miami tonight.
Going to Florida.
Yep. 3
How good
games
is
in
that?
Miami.
Bison burger on the plane.
Yep. Probably
They still have them?
They do. Probably not as tasty as the one Mike's going to have tonight.
I would assume not.
No.
What else do we have? Have they gone healthy on the plane? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of healthier food.
oh, good.
Yeah.
Now, where do you guys stay?
We are staying in a new place in Miami. I don't remember the name of it, actually. 3 unassisted, but it's
Play a little golf?
Yeah, we're going to try to play a little this week. But it's about a 10-minute cab ride from the stadium in Key Biscayne. So it's a nice place, from what we hear.
Key Biscayne.
That place we stayed last year was rather trendy.
The Epic Hotel
Yeah.
is where we stayed last year in downtown Miami.
It's a hotel, but residences also. So it was
/ nightclub.
So yeah. Oh, the music was till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Hoskins on a bouncer to the hole. And with the shift, Swanson's able to play it as he normally would as a shortstop. Nothing across for the Phils. We have completed our first 3 innings. We'll go to the 6th. Braves 6, Phillies nothing. It cleans the air of toxins and allergens and clears the air for your employees. Literally, nobody does it better than who? Who but W.B. Mason. Well, we go to the 4th inning. Phillies down 6-0, and Velasquez back out there. I would say he needs a quick inning here. Got a first pitch fastball, 0-1. Fouls it off the mask of Knapp. And a strike 3 call. Well, he certainly needed a quick first hitter. And now the adjustment continues with Ender Inciarte coming up. I mean, truly it is an adjustment, isn't it, guys, from one inning to the next for somebody like Velasquez, and now a guy that had a triple in his last at bat, you adjust in this at bat in some way.
Well, I'm assuming he's not going to throw him a first pitch fastball down the middle.
No, I don't think that.
Yeah, it just seems like it takes Vince a little longer to get into a good rhythm, and the Braves took advantage of that early. I mean, they did throw him a fastball. Maybe Inciarte was thinking along with me. Ender?
Yeah.
I don't think I would follow that plan too often.
No. Outside. Bouncing ball, 1-2.
One thing we used to talk about pitchers back when I played, we used to love to face pitchers that had fastballs that were straight. I mean, like,
didn't matter how hard they threw.
Fastball straight is a strength, and he doesn't. He doesn't do. He's not, no cutter. He doesn't sink the ball. It's fastball, curveball. You know what I mean? Fastball, curveball, slider. He could have all the breaking balls he wants, but if that fastball is straight, and I think Vince's fastball, he forces a little turnover every now and then, but I mean, his fastball is very straight, and what's it in the middle of the plate at 91, it's very hittable, as we're seeing today. Now, what's the answer to that? I mean, keep it out of the middle of the plate, throw more breaking balls. I don't know. Yeah, there's one that ran away a little bit right there.
Yeah, that was his changeup.
Sometimes you get a head pitch and your out pitch, there's a good spot with one right there, but his fastball, maybe if he pitched backwards a little bit,
I thought he
might
did that.
find more success.
Yeah, I thought he
get
did
strike
that.
one with a breaking ball, or gets, you know what I mean, or the changeup. I think Aaron Nola gets strike one with any pitch he's got.
Yeah, I thought he did it 2 starts ago. He kind of pitched backwards. He threw less fastballs. That's what the scouting report called for. It's served out to left. Here comes Hoskins, and it'll drop. And it'll be the second hit for Ender Inciarte. Well, Ozzie Albies in the first inning provided us with our Toyota turning point.
Yeah, they just got the band off the field from playing the anthem, and Ozzie Albies put the Braves up with the first pitch of the game. Fastball down and in by Vince. Yeah, I'm going to work ahead, and Ozzie Albies said, I'll handle this one. Maybe you could work ahead later, and that's our Toyota turning point of the game.
Well, he has scored 2 runs now, Albies has, so let's see if they can try to get him out here. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
I wonder at some point, too, if Inciarte doesn't take off.
Yeah, because if they have that scouting report that you talked about, he's already stolen 10 bags. And you don't forget earlier in the series, he stole second and stole third. See the scoring summary. Camargo's 3-run home run really opened this up. It made it 6-0. That was in the top of the 3rd inning. Here we are in the top of the 4th. Kerwin Danley says he did not go. Had him frozen for a moment. Phillies are going to take a peek at that to see if Santana did apply the tag.
Yeah, Santana never even looked in the dugout. Usually the first baseman will look in the dugout and say, you might want to look at this one, but yeah, that's
No, not even close.
got him in the armpit.
Yeah.
Good spot on that fastball. 2-2. Always looked like he might have been leaking over the plate a little bit.
Those are all coming from the bench, right? Those throw.
Yeah, Dusty Wathen is the one signaling the throwovers. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
Yeah, he threw him a changeup. Yeah, that's the second strikeout of the inning for Velasquez.
But you know that locating that fastball on his hands, running back over the plate, helps set that pitch up.
You got to be conscious of mid-90s in, and that little dead fish changeup down and away. Commit to one, you're not going to hit the other.
Outside 1-0. Acuna 1 for 2. He doubled his first time up, popped out to shortstop. He made that catch last night on the ball hit by Odubel Herrera, and after the ball game his manager said he's done something special every night or day he's been here this week. And he said that play was a special play. 2-0. I don't think anybody's hiding the fact that he probably should have been up here after spring training when he tore it up. But as we mentioned during the outset of this series, it was somewhat of a business decision that the Braves made to maintain his rights or retain his rights for an extra year. And they waited till after a specific date to then bring him up. They're not the first team to do it, and they're not going to be the last team to do it.
No.
2-1.
Well, you have to think that as the season progresses, if he's as good as everyone thinks he is, and we think he is, you would think that the Braves would want to lock him up long term like the Phillies did with Scott Kingery.
Runner goes. Pitch is low. Knapp's throw to second is not in time. He tried to get it there, but after a little hesitation, there was really no chance because Enciarte had a very good jump.
It was a good take at home plate by Acuna, too. Good pitch to go on. Curveball low.
That's 11 stolen bases now for Enciarte. Outside, ball 4, I should say. So he's aboard to put runners on first and second.
Tell you what, I don't understand that pitch at all.
I know he's got Freeman twice to pop up, but
he's still the guy in the lineup you don't want to have beat you.
that's what you would think, yeah.
So Thompson is up.
Well, at this point, I don't know whether you respect Acuna Jr. more than Freddie Freeman. I mean, if you're 3-1 or 3-2 on Acuna Jr. and you throw a breaking ball low and away like you want to go after the guy behind this guy. Didn't we feature Freeman in the opening?
Yes, we did. Swing and a miss, 0-1. I mean, he's the guy that has the consistent numbers.
Maybe I don't know their history one-on-one.
Apparently that triple in the right center didn't disturb the shift of the Phillies.
No, it's the same shift they've had.
Now, do they take wind into account when they do these shifts, or?
John, without knowing exactly, I would say they take everything into account.
Really?
But I don't know if they take the wind. I don't know if there's anything specific in the stats that say that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because you're right. The wind it's coming in from left center still.
Pushing everything to right.
I can't believe where Hoskins is playing.
Over toward the line like that?
With that wind. So every ball out to left field is going to be pushed towards center.
Three and two. Markink is on deck.
Here's a bad thing too. You got speed on the bases, 3-2, 2 outs.
The runners will be off. With a high fastball, and Freeman fouls it back to the screen.
There's a guy with an uppercut that get a piece of a high fastball. The difference in his uppercut is it's short and quick. You know, it's tight. Short, quick, and compact uppercut.
Over to the right side. Kingery ranges, has it, throws in time. That's a nice play. Momentum was carrying him toward the line. 6-3 on the putout. No runs, one hit, two men left. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 6-0 Braves. be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And by Nissan, shop new, choose Nissan.com. Hello, John Kruk, Mike Schmidt, Greg Murphy. I'm Tom McCarthy. Look at that stroller. 1, 2, 3, 4 seats in that stroller. That'd be something that's down at the boardwalk.
Yeah, well, you put a motor on that thing, you got a quad runner.
Well, all we have to say is,
Look at those little kids right there.
seriously, that's a big stroller, and they've got their hands full.
Could be quadruplets.
Yes. The first thing you think of when you see a 4 baby stroller is those parents ain't getting no sleep.
None at all. 1 ball, 1 strike to Altair.
Of course, when Michael gets home, he might have to sleep with one eye open. All right, I'm done.
Altair,
I'll be taking flowers home.
yes, you will. That one's lifted in the air to left field, going back Acuna, and is off the base of the wall on 1 hop. Altair heading to second, will get there sliding. He's still hot. He's over 300 now in his last 11 games. A leadoff double here in the 4th.
McCarthy's lucky that's only a double. That hanging breaking ball. But it's good to see he's swinging early in the count at a hanging breaking ball. So many guys would take that because, you know, it might not have been a strike, but man, that's
Right into the wind too.
Yeah, it cut through it.
Here's Knapp, who struck out his first time up. And the first pitch outside and a little high, 1-0. Ball and 1 strike to Knapp. Bouncing ball to the right side. Altair will get over to third. It'll be a 4-3 ground out. And Michael Franco is coming up. Well, the Osborne family enjoying a day at Ashburn Alley here at Citizens Bank Park. And you can also enjoy a day here at the ballpark if you have a group of 25 or more. Receive a discount on tickets and have your group's name in lights before and during the game. Group party areas are also available in our all-new, beautifully renovated Bill Giles Party Suites. Call 215-463-5000 for more information.
Here's your close-up, John, of Surrey.
That is nice.
Yeah, it is. Franco takes outside 1-0.
Uh-oh. Little one's not having a good day. Fanatic must have struck her out or something out there.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Maybe she didn't get any Fanatic's birthday cake.
It was a big cake.
Yes, it was. Well, he's a big human. Or a big thing,
Big
whatever he
thing.
is. What do we consider him? A thing? And we're assuming it's a him, right? We'll have to ask his very good friend.
Tom Burgoyne, the best friend of the Fanatic. Markakis comes running in. That's a foul ball. And it's 1-2. All right, nice play on the little hop there, youngster.
If he were an animal, he has to be some kind of animal.
There we go.
4-year-old is the young lady sitting in the Surrey cart. And then the triplets from the Osborne family. There they are. Hey, guys.
That's a lot of diapers. A lot of diapers.
That is a lot of diapers, a lot of formula. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A bouncing ball to third. Camargo will go to first to get Franco as a run scores. The throw is low and it gets by Freeman. Hurry up, Michael. The throw by Freddie off the glove of Albies. 6-1, and the Phils have another runner in scoring position.
No contact with 2 strikes. Gets you an RBI. And an error by the third baseman. Boy, he double pumped, and sometimes his throw is just so easy. He choked it a little bit.
Saw where that ball hit on Freeman too. It hit right in the lip with the grass and the dirt, and it just skipped on him. And normally that's a play Freddie comes up with. But
that one bounced way out there.
Yeah, when it hit that lip though, and it stayed down.
Kingery bounces it foul, and it's 0-1. Kingery reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Nick Williams out of the on-deck circle to pinch hit for Velasquez. Phillies have 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen. They have Hutchison and Jake Thompson.
Jake threw a game and a half last night, didn't he?
He did warm up a lot. Kingery fouls it off to the right.
I don't know. Are our bench such that we got to burn Nick Williams this early?
Well, maybe they're figuring if he's up, then it's a runner in scoring position.
Double switch?
Maybe. Yep. Out towards center field, a flare, and Inciarte won't get it.
Good read by Franco.
Yep, he'll hold up at third. Smart move. And now first and third with 1 man down.
Oh, and it started so slowly.
We start talking about babies, and Surreys, and diapers. All of a sudden, the young Phillies come out and hit. Good piece of hit right there. That ball way down. And I thought Franco had a great read on that ball off the bat. I thought he might score, but 1 out, better safe than sorry.
So here's Nick Williams. He's 0 for 14 on the homestand. He's hit some balls hard, and he's hit some a mile high. And he bunts a mile high. Foul territory, and it'll be away from everyone.
Yeah, he was off, and if that was a 1-run game, maybe he might have sent him, give it a shot, but down 5, you want to be safe. And hey, you're telling sign right there is after Nick bunted, you saw Gabe Kapler in the dugout giving him the hands like swing.
Yeah, really. I mean, he's up there. If he walks into one,
yeah, the other
6-4.
The other part of it is if they wanted a bunt, they probably would have sent Florimone up, or even Valentin or somebody like that.
Yeah, but I thought it kind of looked like a bunt for a base hit.
I agree. Back toward the middle, flag down by McCarthy. There's 1 and 2. Freddie Freeman got his foot down on the bag. At least that's what Ramon de Jesus says. They asked him to hold the Braves. Throw is there. Foot is on the bag. So the inning will be over. A double play. The Phils settle for 1. We'll go to the 5th. It's 6-1 Braves. and other VIP surprises. Compliments of NBC Sports Philadelphia. Get discounted tickets plus free stuff. Head over to Phillies.com/authentic-fan to grab your seats and your hat right now. Top of the 5th inning, 6-1 Braves on top.
Hey, what, that flannel comes in handy today. It's supposed to be warmer this week here than it is in Miami, right?
I did read that. Yeah, it's about time though.
So we're at the point that it goes right from winter to summer here, right?
At least this year, yes. I think that's what's happening.
Spring was optional this year.
Yeah, spring just made a cameo for a couple of days and then just went back on vacation. Markakis 1 for 2.
Give winter a little more time.
Winter asked for an extension.
Well, you'll enjoy Florida a lot if that's the case. We've had some unbelievable weather down there. 4 months, mid-70s.
Really?
Occasionally hits 80.
What was great in spring training? On the outside corner, Jake Thompson, the new pitcher for the Phils. He takes over for Velasquez.
3 night games in Miami?
Yeah, 3 night games and then a 1 night game in Washington. A little day baseball on Saturday and Sunday. 3-1 to Markakis. Thompson was starting down in AAA. Phillies do not have a scheduled starter for Tuesday as of yet in Miami. That's the spot that's vacated by Ben Lively's trip to the DL. Bouncing ball, diving stop. Franco to his feet, throws in time.
Wow.
The fact that he has that kind of arm really sold that play.
Yep. Great play. Here you'll see it. Left-hander hitting it the opposite way on the ground is unusual. The dive, the catch, the wherewithal to get up, and like you say, Tommy, he's got the 3/4 sidearm throw that shows off a good arm. Got a fast runner too. Markakis.
Well, now Suzuki is 1 for 2. He doubled his last time. Pops it up foul. Ooh. Over to third, foul. And it's 0-2.
Didn't quite play the carom right down there.
Yeah, it took an extra spin.
Now, where are we doing this outside game? We're not doing it down there.
Yeah, right near where the ball girl is.
No, I'm out.
1, 2, 3.
I ain't doing it.
1, 2, 3. About 4 seats in.
Yeah. Nope. I am not going to get smoked by a line drive.
You won't. You got quick hands, man.
Oh, please.
Broke his bat.
They'll put up a little plexiglass thing for you down there if you order it.
Plexiglass.
Yeah.
Come on, Dave.
Sure
reach over and
will.
get it. Right there. That's where we're going. Ben Davis said that he will not let a ball get to you. And I will protect you also. We'll bring a fishing net out. We got the glove. We got everything.
Do I need to bring a glove up for that game?
I think you should.
Security.
We have security. We have the ball girl.
They have a paramedic down there just in case.
This is what it looked like. Oh, man.
Would we reach over the rails for those?
Yeah, I'm going to hold your feet.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. But
Strike 3 called. Suzuki down looking.
The ball girl will give you a ball throughout the game.
That's it right there, John. That's a good view.
What?
It's a good view, isn't it? No.
I'm not sold on it, but I mean, you and Ben seem to be, so.
Outside and low, 1-0. Can venture up to Bowles very easily.
All right, well, can I do a few innings from Bowles?
That's a good question. You mean like do a meet and greet while the game's going on from Bowles?
No, go up there and have ribs with Bull, and if something happens that catches my eye, I'll talk about it. If not, then
we can make that happen.
I'm AWOL.
We can make that happen. There's Bull's barbecue.
I tell you what, let Murph take my place down there, and I'll go up and hang out at Bull's the whole game.
With with Murph's mic?
Yeah, Murph's mic.
I think you're getting somewhere in this negotiation.
I'm trying to get there, aren't I?
Will you do a minute with Murph with Bull?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about his.
Look, we'll be right by Hoskins' biggest fan. And there's Reese. 2-2 as Camargo fouls it.
Yeah, I can ask Bull about his,
seasoning,
his similarities to Mr. Blackwell on the dress list thing. Once he dresses me.
John, will you bring me food on demand?
Absolutely.
All right.
If you take my place down there, sure will.
You got a deal.
Murph's going to be right there. You see where that young lady is sitting?
Where?
Murph's going to be in the ball girl seat.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, if he's doing that, I might have to come down there. I'll heckle the heck out of him.
Maybe I'll heckle the heck out of you.
You can't. You're working. You have to focus on the game.
Well, that's a good point.
No, I'll be sitting next to the young lady there. She'll be
so,
there too.
So she's going to protect you.
Yeah. And you.
No. Now we know why Bull cut him.
There's a strikeout for Thompson. Back-to-back Ks. And it's a 1-2-3 fifth inning. Braves go down in order for the second time today. We'll move on to the bottom of the fifth here in Philly. The official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. Sixto Sanchez, 7 innings last night, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts as Clearwater defeated Dunedin 2-1. Lakewood defeated Kannapolis 5-4 in 11 innings. Our buddy Steve Potter was keeping us up to date on Sanchez's outing. Boy, he seems like he's got a lot of good stuff going for him right now. Right now in game 1, Lehigh Valley leads Scranton 4-0. Danny Ortiz, a 2-run home run. Roman Quinn has a couple singles, 2 stolen bases, couple runs scored. Reading was postponed again up in Portland. The field is underwater basically in Portland. Hadlock Field, the home of the Dogs, the Sea Dogs. Here's Cesar Hernandez, who has struck out twice today. Big curve outside, 1-1.
Wow. Good old screen down there, right?
Yeah, the screen, it may have hit that area right there.
But I mean, even if.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, the screen has certainly come in handy. It's a tremendous idea that was certainly needed. 2-2. Over towards shortstop. Swanson's up with it.
Well, the left side of their infield's having trouble reaching, aren't they?
A little bit. Here's Santana, who's 0 for 1 with a walk.
Got one there. Looked like a good pitch.
Yeah, Suzuki sort of hesitated before he threw back. One ball and 1 strike. Bouncing ball right side. This is the 8th ground out of the day for McCarthy. 6-3 on the put out there. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Time for This Day Baseball History, presented by Geico. April 29th, 1981, Steve Carlton becomes the 6th Major League pitcher and first left-hander to strike out 3,000 batters in the Phillies 6-2 victory over the Montreal Expos. Carlton struck out 3 in the first inning as Tim Wallach is the 3,000th victim. That was back on April 29th, 1981.
Oh, lefty.
Pretty remarkable guy to play behind, huh, Smitty?
Hit a lot of balls my way when he pitched.
We saw him down in Tampa when we were down there playing the Rays. He was signing some autographs to raise money for the Ted Williams Museum. Oh, look at that, John. We would have caught that one right there.
Yeah, there you go. You guys be going, I got it. No, you take it. I got it.
No, you got it. You got it. I don't know if I could catch a ball anymore with any height on it.
I hear you.
Probably fall asleep before it came down.
I can't put my neck back like that. Look up in the sky.
Welcome to my world. I haven't been able to do that since I was about 15.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, when God was giving out necks, he passed me by. Kind of just a shoulder with a head on it right now.
One and 2. Yeah, you don't really need it anyway, John.
Wasn't there a ball player called some No-Neck Williams?
Walt No-Neck Williams.
Did you try to get that name? Is that why you know?
No, I just didn't have one. I mean, you know. That's why I had trouble in the outfield. Someone hit one high.
Will fouls it at home plate.
I can't wear a turtleneck. I look like a
Where's
guy
it gonna go, right?
Yeah, Bazooka Joe. You know, that guy with Mortimer, whatever his name was, had the turtleneck that
goes up to your nose.
Necktie.
They're just ties in my house.
Another one fouled by O'Doul.
Crew neck.
The greatest invention was the mock turtleneck, which was I could
turtleneck
wear
for
one
you.
of those.
Yeah.
Mini, it's a miniature, shrunken version of a full turtleneck.
They're just ties in my house.
That's a good one.
Inside 2-2.
Well, Double's kind of locked in right now, isn't he? Look how comfortable he is up there. Seems to get a piece every time he swings. Can't hardly believe how he gets in that stance. I don't know if I can do that.
All right, so this is 2 foul balls ago. Look how happy that young lady is. I mean, she is ecstatic about that. And the look at it, didn't get the ball.
Nice jersey, though.
Yeah, nice Schmitty jersey.
The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. I
Yes,
guess.
sir. Well, maybe here's another chance. He's running down the stairs. Oh, it went over his head.
There he goes again. Is that the same guy but different ball?
That's the
Same guy.
kid.
He's going to have to control his anger a little bit.
Well, or either that or get a new glove at some point. I'm sure that got some concrete. Murph, go get him a ball.
3-2 pitch to Herrera. Outside, ball 4. Nice at bat with 2 outs, down 6-1. And Odubel walks for the second time today.
Murph needs to get a ball from the dugout and take it up there to him. That poor kid.
Oh, you don't want to reward him for going crazy like that. Acting, slamming his glove on the ground
just
because he entertained us a little bit.
He's determined.
Yeah, you know what? Get me a ball up here. I'll sign it. Somebody take it down to him. Then he can look at his
Then
brother
really
or whatever
happy
and
say,
say,
here we go. Hoskins the batter, and Hoskins lifts it into shallow center field, or right center field. Going back is Albies, and he'll make the catch. Now the inning is over. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. He's still trying. Trying to get somebody's attention. I got a glove. First month of the campaign. Through the first 24 games of the season, El Torito was 3rd in the NL in average, batting .341, and he had reached base safely in every game since September 27th of last year. In addition to his bat, Odubel's glove has been working as well, making plays behind his pitchers and saving runs. All aspects of his game are brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Well, his defense certainly was on center stage yesterday with that play off the bat of Freddie Freeman. Here is Dansby Swanson to lead things off. in the top of the 6th inning. And he takes low. Swanson is 0 for 2. He has struck out and he's popped out to Knapp. One ball and 1 strike. Well, they just found out that they were on TV, and
Somebody's texting the father that they were on TV.
cameras everywhere.
I'm dead.
Wow.
1 ball and 1 strike to Swanson.
It is the city of brothers. You love it. Apparently, those two aren't buying into it.
Well,
Tease it. You got to tease your brother,
they
right?
do, yes.
He still wants a ball. How far down are they?
They're about 10 rows from the concourse. Down at the end of the Braves dugout. Out towards shallow right field. Cesar is under it. And 1 out near the 6th inning. And that'll bring Brandon McCarthy to the plate. McCarthy has struck out twice. Here's Paul Bird, former Phil. He's working for the Braves, but right now it looks like he's on a little bit of a break. Heading back down to the dugout.
Well, that's good to see. Now we know what it's okay for Murph to take all the breaks that he does.
Seems to be a little part of the position.
I guess.
1 ball and 1 strike.
So the game we do outside, I'll set up there with Bull.
For an inning or 2.
Are they only playing an inning or two that day?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a shortened game.
Okay. I was going 9 full.
Well, what if we brought Bull down and
9
you could sit with
innings,
him?
9 racks.
You want to make it like a contest? See how many you can do in an inning? I mean, do in a game? McCarthy's down looking. That's 3 strikeouts for Thompson.
Could be a long drive home. Might have to stay at the hotel that night across the street.
Just don't let them know before you go. Here's Inciarte, who's 2 for 2, a triple and a single.
What did McCarthy do? I wasn't paying attention.
He went down looking.
All right. Conserving his energy.
He passed.
He's conserving his energy so he can get through 6. All right, he hasn't gone past 6 yet this year.
6 is his high water mark. Yep.
I can see you guys down there if it rains.
Well, we have contingency plans for that, Michael. And Carlos Santana lets that one go right through his legs. Time now for the Ram Truck Stump the Fans Trivia Quiz answer. Guys, who was the only other team that Dale Murphy played for besides the Phillies and the Braves?
Colorado Rockies.
Back in 1993.
Trade him there. He tried to get him 2 more homers so he'd get 400 homers. And just his knee was done. Couldn't play anymore.
398 or 99?
98, I think.
He did have a wonderful career. 2-time MVP.
That was 82 and 83.
Yeah, with the Atlanta Braves, where he makes his home now outside Atlanta. He's got a restaurant down there now. Bouncing ball. Santana will try it again. He's got it this time. And the inning is over. So Carlos, after making his first error in more than 85 games, is able to record the final out. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th. Call 800-JEFF now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. Braves 6, Phillies 1 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph, what do you got, buddy?
Well, I'll tell you what, Tom. You know, sometimes being at the ballpark can be very frustrating. Say hello to Alex and Jack and Jason, and they're having a great time, right, guys? We're having a good time. You got your Schmitty jersey on, I noticed, yeah. But tell me a little bit about what happened, because you looked a little frustrated, Alex, because I saw that your big brother, got a baseball and you didn't.
Yeah. So before the game, he threw the ball to me, and then I gave it to him. And then I missed 2 foul balls in a row.
And you took it out on your Fanatic hat. That's okay. Well, what would you say if we made things right and if we just said, we'll give you this one, and then that way you both have one? Is that all right?
Yes, thank you.
Big brother, now you don't have to share, Jack. All right? We just wanted to make sure you went home happy and that your hat didn't take any more views, okay?
Or his glove. Or his glove or his brother.
See, now I heard the little girl got one, right? Where is she? Where is she? She's back here somewhere.
Hey, Murph.
And then here's where you get frustrated, right here. Yeah.
Hey, Murph, I think there's something coming down there. Might be a little. Oh, no. No, it's not. Here it is right here by me.
Well, maybe it'll come down in a little bit.
For wearing the jersey.
Yeah, Mike has a baseball for him. Says nice jersey.
You know
Mike
who's
Schmidt.
up in the booth right now? That's right.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
That's cool.
We've been watching you.
Do you have a question for Mike? You're wearing his jersey. You have anything you want to ask him? How did it feel to hit 548 home runs?
Did you try to hit any of those home runs?
Never.
That's a great question.
No, that is a good question. I would say there was a time when I took a big old swing and flew one out and just dropped out of the park barely.
He said he never really tried to hit them.
I
but
got a
every
peanut caught in my
once in a
throat.
while, he would take a big swing and try to hit one out. Maybe if the situation dictated. But for the most part, he just let them come. Are you a ball player?
Yes.
Position?
What position?
Shortstop, second base, and pitcher.
Attaboy.
There you go. So he's got them all covered. Well, guys, we hope you enjoy the rest of the time here at the ballpark. Now, everybody's... Dad, do we need to get you a baseball too, or are you okay?
Tell me he's got
Dad's okay.
Tell me
Says he doesn't need one.
he's got to control that anger a little bit. The cameras will find him.
That's right. You never know when the camera's going to be watching, so make sure you don't throw that hat, okay? That's what Mike said, so you got to listen to him because you're wearing his jersey, okay? All right, guys, have a great day, all right? You got it.
All right, Murph, we appreciate that. 1-2 is fouled.
How's Murph not on like CSI or one of those shows, you know, with that hard-hitting investigative reporting type deal?
Can't afford him.
I love Murph.
That was good. That was funny.
This will be my first trip this year. I get to sit with him on the plane.
Yeah.
He said he's missed me. And how would you know? I sleep. I have headphones on.
You do keep to yourself.
I do. I don't like to bother people.
Where do you guys sit on the plane? First class or in the back or what?
No, front office manager, coaches sit in first class. We said, me and Murph sit in the emergency.
Yeah, I sit across from those guys.
And they sit across. Larry, oh, that's right. Larry don't go on trips anymore.
No, he doesn't. Here's Brian Snitker heading out. Is that going to be it for Brandon McCarthy? It is. 96 pitches. 5 1/3. He's got a 6-1 lead. Here comes Peter Moylan. to get your tickets now. Here are the dogs earlier, not the Hatfield Philly Franks, the dogs who are part of the Fanatics birthday celebration. Boy, the trainers do a phenomenal job with those dogs. In fact, several of them are rescue dogs that they have taken under the wing. The Fanatic doing a little jump roping. Okay, that is impressive, by the way.
Very, very.
Here's Peter Moylan with 1 out in the 6th inning. McCarthy is charged with 5 hits so far, 1 run, and he's responsible for the runner at second base. But Franco is 1 for 2, reached on an error his last time, singled his first time up, and he bounces one foul toward Dusty Wathan. One to Franco. Bouncing ball out towards shortstop Swanson. Oh, nice play. 1. How about that double play? Wow. Footwork, arm strength, and speed. That's a 6-3 double play, and we're done with the 6th inning here in Philadelphia. (6-1) Braves on top as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Brandon McCarthy done after 5 1/3, 5 hits and 1 earned run. Velasquez 4 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned runs. Alex did get a baseball thanks to Murph after he beat up the hat and the glove and his brother. Oh boy.
Wow.
That ball hit a stairwell and just stopped, fortunately. It's 0-1 to Ronald Acuna. Alex is taking some calls from agents. Yeah, I'm available. 1 ball and 1 strike. Acuna is 1 for 2. He walked in the 4th inning. Two balls and 1 strike.
Well, that looked like a strike to me. It just wasn't.
I thought the same thing. Phillies bullpen has been excellent in this series. 8 innings, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts. You know, this is the 9th time the Phillies have played the Braves this year. I have to tell you, their offense is impressive, Atlanta's. I mean, what they've been able to accomplish. And even in just these 2 games, really. Inside, ball 4. Acuna walks for the 2nd time today. And Freddie Freeman's coming up.
Got it.
Freeman pops that one foul. And it's no balls and 1 strike to him.
Hey guys, I'm having a bad day up here. Tried to talk to Jeffrey and I forgot to push the button.
Well, point got across. You're ready to go with our next drop in. There's a strike, 0-2. Well, you're giving people a little idea of what we do.
2 strikes.
The inner workings of a game that people don't know.
Folks, there's a button here at work.
Jeff will talk to us, and we'll answer him on this button, the talkback button.
Yeah, which I didn't push.
No, but
and there's also a sneeze button, a cough button.
Correct.
Burp button. Anything you got to do that you don't want the folks out there to hear, you push the cough button.
Right, and if you press the talk back when you burp, then everybody in the production cavity will hear what you're doing.
I was told not to say anything. So I'm gonna
keep it quiet for a while.
I'm gonna listen.
Be quiet for a while.
I'm gonna listen for the first time in my life to instruction.
One ball and 2 strikes. Freddie Freeman pokes it foul. Freeman so far is 0 for 3. He's flied out twice and he's grounded out to shortstop. What a fine play by Michael Franco. Or the shortstop side, I should say. And he fouls it back to the screen. The toss over. And Acuna is back ahead of the tag. Two and 2. That one sailed a bit.
Hey, there's already no outs. We've been here a while for this inning.
Yeah, it's not as quick as the first 2 that Thompson had.
Yeah, double play here will speed things up.
Sure will. Runner goes. Pitch outside. Throw to second base is high. And Acuna has his first stolen base of his big league career.
Heads up by Kingery, ran over to cover third.
pitches. Watch Acuna. He looks back. But see Franco take the high throw, and right behind him went Kingery flying over toward third. We got caught on that once this year.
Right. One-two pitch hit in the air to right field. Long run for Altair toward the corner. It is foul. Just foul. Man, that ball traveled, didn't it?
That's the wind ball right there. That's the right in the zone. Perfect direction for the wind to blow it. Well, it blew it foul, but it sure helped it to get out there.
And where Aaron's playing, that's a long run.
Long
if he
run.
hits anything in the corner. I mean, we saw Inciarte with a stand-up triple. He hit down there and he had a long run to get in.
Inside ball 4. Freeman walks. That puts runners on first and second with nobody out. And Markakis is coming up. Time now for a Hyundai defensive plays of the game.
Yeah, we got two of them. Here's Franco leaving his feet, diving, reverse pivot, boom, strong arm. Going out at first. Great play by Michael Franco. Here's Michael Franco again. Dansby Swanson, long ranging way for a short hop. Look at that. I said in between short hop. I'll take it myself. Oof. Over to Freddie Freeman. Those are your Hyundai defensive plays of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
That really was a good play by Swanson. And now Markakis, who is 1 for 3. Had a fastball at the knees, 0-1. I mean, that's impressive there. But look at this throw.
And you know, if he caroms off his glove, if he misses it in a close ball game, that could be a big play.
Out toward shallow right center field. Here comes Altair. He'll make the running grab. Yeah, 1 out.
Well, that wind's got those outfielders running all over the place today.
A lot of ground being covered.
Phillies have played the Braves 9 times already as we get to the end of April. 6 in Atlanta, 3 here. Now they have 10 meetings the rest of the season, and we won't see them until May here at the ballpark. Be back in Atlanta in September. There's Sal Fasano, former Phil catcher, closest to us with Chuck Hernandez. So the Phillies are 9 games in against the Braves, and this week will be the first time they'll face the Nationals. As Suzuki takes outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
How many games the Mets? Just the 2? Or did we play them here?
We faced the Mets.
Got a rain out.
Up there.
In New York.
Second series of the season.
We haven't played them here yet.
No, we haven't played them here yet. Play them the next homestand here. I had to check. I couldn't remember if we were up there twice. That one's out towards shortstop. Kingery, watch the wind, and he'll make the catch. Guys, is this an adventure or what? I mean, you've had games like this, haven't you, where the wind's been blowing like that on
Every
pop-ups?
game's like this at San Francisco when I play Candlestick Park. John, you have some crazy things going on at Candlestick.
The cloud cover the one day was bad, and then Johnny Padres, when they finally built the bathroom in the dugout, he got stuck in there for like an inning or so. So had nothing to do with the visual part of the game, but the other aspects of it were a little disconcerting in the dugout.
Out to center field on the run is Odubel back toward the triangle, and he makes the catch. Shuffle in his feet, and the inning is over. 3 scoreless innings in relief for Jake Thompson. No runs, no hits, 2 men left. He hasn't allowed a hit through 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Saturday the 12th is Comcast Fanatic About Reading Night, and then Sunday the 13th, it is Hers Mother's Appreciation Day, and that great pullover is being given out to the young ladies coming to the ballpark. Go to Phillies.com to purchase your tickets. So the Mets have done a nice job against the East so far. They're 10-4. Braves are 10-7. Remarkable, they have 17 against the East already. This will be the 18th, and the Phillies are 5-8. And if they don't make a massive comeback here, they'll be 5-9 going into 6 more games against the East. Home 7th inning. And Scott Kingery will start it off against Peter Moylan. Kingery is 1 for 2. We mentioned that Gabe Kapler alluded to it today, that Kingery will play most of the time at shortstop moving forward until JP comes back. It's a 10-day disabled list. It's obviously shorter than it used to be, but Florimon will play a little bit. I think you might see Cesar at shortstop, and you might see Valentin at shortstop too. 0-2 pitch coming to Kingery. And he fouls it at home plate. It remains 0-2.
I want to see Valentin bat. You know, he can hit. Spring training.
Spring training.
Yeah, I mean, and last year too.
Well, I exchanged emails with Jess Wells' father today. Jose, he's a great hitter in the big leagues for a number of years. Works for the Tigers now in their farm system. I asked him if he gave him any kind of advice as Kingery fouls it. Said, I just told him to get there now and work harder to stay there and enjoy the time and get the most out of all the training and the practicing and the BP and being in the clubhouse, all those things.
It's good advice. Take it all in and enjoy it.
His dad will be at the game tomorrow in Miami. As Kingery lays off. Out to right field, and Markakis will make the catch for the first out here in the 7th, and Jake Thompson will bat. Here's the birthday mascot, the Fanatic.
It's got to be fun for Jake, huh? Probably gets, what, handful of at bats a year, and one of them's against a sidearm and righty.
Everything sweeps to the outside part of the plate, except for that one right there.
That was his chance. Now he's probably going to get that big sweeping breaking ball from Peter Moylan.
Tied him up.
I think they have a little camaraderie thing, the relievers around the league, where they don't try to embarrass them too much if they get the hit, as long as the game's not on the line.
So when you throw a two-seam fastball that runs in,
well, I mean, yeah, rather than trying to scare him with a big sweeping slider.
But your feet are off the ground when you're swinging. That's not embarrassing enough.
No, but here's 3 fastballs coming. Do your best. You do the same for me.
His feet left the ground.
The ball had some movement on it too. Cesar takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Cesar struck out twice, and he's bounced out to shortstop. balls and 1 strike.
This is a little similar to Kent DeColvey, huh?
Very much so. Maybe Colby was a little bit more submarine, but yeah, you can't get much closer to Colby.
Did DeColvey always throw that way, Mike? Was there ever?
No.
Yeah. All the videos you see, that's how he did throw. When I was watching when I was younger, that's how it seemed like he threw. I didn't know if he was over the top at all when he was younger.
No, antique, I would say no. Probably had to do things differently than everyone else.
He wore a golf outfit every day.
To the ballpark?
Yep. What I mean is, like colorful,
yes,
matching colors like in the old days, golf. All the colors of the rainbow.
Polyester.
Yeah, I would say so,
What are those things called? Sanzabelt or something like that?
Oh, yeah, Sanzabelt. Elastic waist.
Yeah.
Had a few pairs.
No belt needed. Oh, boy, double switch.
Yep, right. Snitker making a double switch, so they'll bring in Sam Freeman to move Santana to the right side of the plate. And a 6-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So we've got a pitching change and a position change. We'll be back to Philadelphia right after this. He's won. Ryan Flaherty will take over at third base with this double switch with 2 men down.
Hey, you know how they double switch and that third baseman Flaherty comes in, so he has to throw some. You know who was catching him over at first?
Who was that?
Cesar.
Was he? I didn't even notice
took
it.
Freddie Freeman's glove and was catching him. A couple of them. Then Freddie tried to take his helmet to run the bases. Good times had by all.
How do you think Book would have felt about that?
Are you serious?
Not a lot.
I missed that.
Yeah, no, I was watching, yeah.
Yeah, that would have gone big with Larry Boa.
I could see Bo taking Willie Stargell's glove and say, hey, I'll warm him up for you, Willie.
Take a couple of these throws for me, will you, Bo? I got to tie my shoe.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Santana down on strikes. That'll wrap up this 7th inning. No runs, no hits, and 1 man left. We go to the 8th. Braves 6, Phillies 1. Hurry to your local Delval Honda dealer. Visit DelvalHondaDealers.com and buy WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. The Fanatic with a bunch of his friends celebrating his birthday. Fanatic was first introduced back in the 70s. I know, Mike, you've told the story a lot of times where everybody was wondering what the heck is that thing and what are they doing? Well, he's become unbelievably popular over the years. In fact, he is the best mascot in all of baseball and could be, I mean, he's probably the best mascot in all of sports.
A little rear view right there.
Bill Giles' creation.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's remarkable how his popularity has evolved over the years. I mean, it's easy to see why, but just the ability to be as fluid with that size and to be able to have expressions like that.
He can talk without talking.
He can talk without talking. There have been so many huge assets the Phillies have had over the years, particularly since he was introduced in the 70s. But I'm not sure, you know, if you're going to find many that have become such a focal point of the organization as the Fanatic from a community standpoint and everything else. No, even dogs love him. All the time. Not all the time. It's 4 strikeouts.
Better watch out. That dog might think he's a big old bush, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Trying to find some greenery around.
Well,
there's Ryan Flaherty hitting 8th.
I'm going to stop right there, Tom.
I know where you're headed now. 1 ball and no strikes to Flaherty, hitting .304 this year. Has a base hit in the first 2 games of the series. Every time a Phillies pitcher retires, the opposition 1-2-3. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet provider according to speedtest.net.
Twice today.
Unfortunately, there was an 8-batter inning that really opened the game up with 5 runs for the Braves. At ball 4. Close pitches. That's the third walk issued by Thompson. And here comes Inciarte. Inciarte has been on base 3 times. He takes just a bit low. A ball and 1 strike. Down the right field line, in for another hit. It'll be cut off by Altair, but Flaherty's on his way to third, and he'll be there standing. Second and third with 1 man down. That's the first hit allowed by Thompson. And it's a 3-hit day for Inciarte.
I think he likes that 9th spot.
Yes, he does.
He may not have been happy when he saw the lineup today, but he's probably going to be content moving forward.
Yeah, he roped a nice double. He's had 3 good hits today. Everything the Braves manager's been doing has been working out perfectly for him. Double switches, lineup change. Had Camargo in the lineup.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Nice block by Knapp.
Pulled it to right field. That'll be another base hit. Albies will get 2 RBIs out of this one as it goes to the scoreboard. He'll stop at second, a 2-run double, 8-1 in favor of the Braves.
Well, hindsight's 20/20. John was mentioning the possibility of a pinch hit in the 7th for Thompson when we were down 6-1 at the time. He had given us a good, 2 innings of work out of the bullpen.
Yep. Yeah, the 1-out walk kind of opened the floodgates a little bit. Luis Garcia is just really throwing in the pen, so this looks like it's Thompson's inning.
Yeah, unless they move the mound into Little League distance. Luis ain't ready yet. Been watching down there. He's been throwing real easy. Well, I mean, easy for him, probably still 85.
Well, now Acuna, who has walked twice and has doubled. Got a pitch down and away, 1 ball, no strikes.
And the other reason is the 7th inning, 1 out. It's just 1 batter. Let the pitcher hit. You never know whether they want to rest the bullpen.
Well, I think that must
Thompson
be part
a good
of it.
hitter. There's got to be some reasons.
They talk a lot about recovery. Whether it be players taking time off or what have you, but
Thompson looked a little funny
on that last pitch.
Yeah, it looked like he came off the mound. I don't know if he slipped or.
Yeah, he winced after that.
I don't know what. Maybe he winced because he threw it so wide. But we'll see this pitch. If something hurts him.
Out toward left center field. That might hurt him. Off the. Oh, that could be an inside the park home run. Backed up beautifully by Altair, so it's not going to be. Oh, how about that? Acuna slides and falls, so he'll get back to second base. It'll be a double and an RBI. It's 9-1. If he didn't fall forward and lose his footing, he would have at least had a triple. Hey, let's give some credit to Aaron Altair. That was a beautiful backup on a ball that is very difficult to play off that triangle in left center field.
He's already laughing. He's going to hear about that for a month in the clubhouse. Smokes a ball off the State Farm sign. Here comes Altair on the backup. Very smart. You got to do that in this ballpark because the balls will carry him all kind of different ways. Whoa! And he gets back.
Started sliding to third a little too early.
That's a good one.
Well, it's 9-1 in favor of the Braves. And here comes Rick Kranitz out to the mound. Garcia is now on the rubber and is just now really starting to warm up in the bullpen.
See, now they got to go from 2 good innings by Jake. Come out and say, hey, can you eat up some more of this inning for us and take it on the chin? That's too bad.
Well, he got a 4-inning save earlier this year, right? Or was it 3 innings?
3 innings.
3-inning save.
Then he got sent down afterwards.
He got sent down the day after. But like Tom said, he has been starting in the minor leagues, so this is nothing. What, 3 innings worth of work? That's 4 innings.
Yeah, it's normal.
That.
Markakis is the one who got this rally moving after the walk to Flaherty. He doubled to right field. And then Albies with a double. Drove in a couple. Acuna. As Freddie Freeman takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Bouncing ball foul. Inside. Opposite way, 2-2. Nine runs on 10 hits for the Braves. They had 1 run on 5 hits for the Phillies. I'll tell you, if the Braves can get a little pitching with this evolving offensive lineup, they're going to be a tough team. Swing and a miss. Freeman strikes out. 5th strikeout for Thompson.
Tough day for Freeman today.
Yeah, he's not in the party mix. And here comes Gabe Kapler. They're going to go get Luis Garcia. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning, the Phillies down 9-1. Jake Thompson's afternoon is complete. And here comes Luis Garcia. So we got a pitching change here in Philadelphia. We'll be back right after this. debut. Here's Luis Garcia on to face Nick Markakis with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. And Acuna at second base. A fastball outside, 1-0. One ball and 1 strike. Jesse Biddle, by the way, is warming up in the bullpen for the Braves, former Phil's #1 pick. There he is. Made his major league debut last week with Atlanta. If he does come in, and it looks like he is going to come in, it's one of those thrills you can check off. I know he probably thought it was going to be in a Phillies uniform pitching here. 1-2.
What year was that?
You know what? That's a good question. I know it was
I think I remember being in spring training and he was in the big camp.
Marty Wolliver was still the head of scouting. And he did get to camp a few years after being selected. To the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jesse was selected 27th overall pick in 2010 by the Phils. Two balls and 2 strikes to Markakis. Bouncing ball back toward the middle. The shift is aligned properly. That'll wrap up the 8th inning. 6-3 on the putout. 3-run score for the Braves. And it is Jesse Biddle who will come into the ball game for Atlanta when we return for the bottom of the 8th inning. Here at Citizens Bank Park. His family is seated in the Atlanta Braves section, the family section. His dad is right there. He was standing and cheering when Jesse's name was introduced by Dan Baker. So Jesse Biddle in 3 games so far. He has 3 strikeouts in 4 1/3. He's also allowed 3 walks. Command's been the issue sometimes with Jesse during his career. Dusty Wathan said it perfectly. He goes, you know, I watched games because he managed them on a couple levels where, I mean, he would strike out 14 or 15 in a ball game. And then the next time he'd come out, his mechanics would be a little out of whack and he wouldn't be the same. But there were games where he had some dominant numbers. Back in 2011, he had an ERA of 2.98 in Lakewood in 24 starts. And the first pitch outside 1-0.
I think that little hesitation threw Odubel off.
I think Odubel's in take mode here.
Jesse now 26 years old. And outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Phillies selected him, we mentioned, with the 27th pick in the 2010 draft out of Germantown Friends. Odubel is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. He takes down and away, and it's 3-0.
Odubel's still going through the same routine, even though he's going to take the next 2 pitches.
Jesse, a starting pitcher for most of his career with the Phillies. He's dealt with some injuries. That ball is pulled to the right side, knocked down by Albies, and 1 away. Their hearts probably racing a little bit. I mean, this is a thrill for them to see their son pitch against his hometown team. We got a team that drafted him.
Odubel stings another ball hard. He's hitting it hard 3 or 4 times a game now. It's pretty good, but I think that was about a 6.7 first base.
Wasn't the quickest.
No, he wasn't moving. Here's Hoskins, and he takes outside 1-0.
Now Reese's last at bat, he went to a black bat. He's always used an unfinished. Maybe he thinks he's struggling.
He pulls that one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So now if we sit down there,
Yeah.
when a ball comes there, you see how the people just like, will we have that down there? Like
You have
people
your
blocking us and tackling us? And
No, we're going to be in the first row. We won't be blocked. We might be tackled. Plus, Christine will be there to block everybody out.
there we go.
Breaking ball, and it's 2-1. Right, Christine?
Because I don't see well anymore, and a ball coming down there, reflexes stink too. So there's a good chance if it's hit somewhere close, it's going to hit me.
Fly ball, right field line. It's a long run for everybody. Freeman is out there and just can't get the body turned to make the catch. See, John, you can do that. You can lean right over the railing like that as long as you stay in.
Yeah, if it's a pop-up, it hits the grass and trickles to me.
Yeah. Listen, we're not looking for you to win the '93 National League pennant down there.
I don't care about winning and losing. I just don't want to. Well, I do care. I don't want to lose teeth.
Yeah. You want us to bring Carl down to help you?
Well, why don't you get somebody to be the ball girl / boy down there that night that can field a little bit?
Sam Fold. Maybe we get Sam Fold if he's not busy.
It's not a bad idea. How about that guy right there?
Can he field a little bit? Give Bull a call and find out.
At this point, Bull will just say yes, just because he'll want John down there.
I want to be with Bull that day.
Well, you are going to be with Bull in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I'll probably have shorts on he bought me, but
And you'll probably eat food that he brings you. Here's Altair. And it's 1 ball, no strikes.
I think I should go up there for an inning or two to sit with Bull and eat some ribs.
That's fine. You guys could talk about, you know, talk about Murph being cut, and also about all other events going on around the world. Get his opinion on it.
If I may interject.
Yes, Michael.
Altair's looking for his 4th hit today.
Yes, he is. Nice play off the carom. Swing and a miss. Well, Biddle has a 1-2-3 eighth inning. His family all smiles. 9-1, Braves on top as we go to the ninth inning here in Philly. For Phillies postgame live presented by Cure Auto Insurance. They'll talk about Velasquez and his troubles today, and really the troubles of the Phils these last couple of games against the Braves. Again, it's coming up on Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies postgame live. Well, Jesse Biddle will bat in this inning.
How about that? You get your first at bat as well.
He'll be up after Kurt Suzuki, who will lead it off against Luis Garcia.
Probably doesn't even have a helmet.
No, they were searching for it, it looked like, in between innings. No balls, one strike. That pitch on the outside corner. Garcia goes down as that ball may have hit the bottom of his hands. It sounded like it hit the knob of the bat as well.
Did sound like the bat, didn't it?
It did sound like the bat. It looked like it hit both. They're checking underneath. They want to make sure it was a hit by pitch. And Gabe Kapler coming out, talk to the home plate umpire. Take a listen.
Tell you what, that's where that face mask that they're wearing now makes a lot of sense, John.
Yeah, and he even got out of the way the right way. I don't know how you can overturn it. I mean,
unless they get a real close look at it. Kerwin Danley's the crew chief. He's to the right. He's always part of the review with whoever the umpire is that makes the call. So they'll take a peek at it. Up in New York, Kerwin doing a little dancing to the music.
And I assume you guys better get a better idea if it hit the bat or hit his hand if you just look at Suzuki's finger.
I mean, he's obviously okay. Sometimes I don't know. Now here comes the decision.
I'll tell you, he's awful happy-go-lucky over there if it hit his finger, because
that's what I'm saying. That ball was blazing in there. All right, so it is a hit by pitch. The call stands, so that means they didn't have a clear view as to whether they could overturn it or not. Here comes Jesse Biddle, who was 7 for 44 in the minor leagues. There he takes on the outside corner, 97.
Is this his first at bat in the big leagues?
I have it down as his first one. And 2. He was just called up 11 days ago. The ball's at 2 strikes. Down the left field line, and it is a fair ball.
Oh my God.
It hit the chalk. It is rolling around. Suzuki's around third, heading for home. He's going to score. It's an RBI double for Jesse Biddle. His first big league hit. He paints the line. And it's 10-1 Braves.
He never refuses to amaze you. I was going to say, what are the odds of Jesse getting a knock here after those first 2 pitches?
Yeah. Wow. That was really close.
Can we challenge anymore or no?
Yeah.
How many you get?
Well, at this point, it's up to the umpires, because we're in the 9th inning. So you can ask them if they would review it or not.
And they can say no.
They can say no. I don't think I've ever seen them say no.
So then why don't we just have unlimited challenges?
Well, that's where Major League Baseball would like them to say no when they know something is correct. So Biddle's at second base. 10-1. Braves on top. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies have allowed 10 runs for the 2nd time this year. Last time was when they allowed 15 to the Braves on the 31st of March.
We were there for that one.
Yes, we were.
That was fun.
Yeah, as great as the first 4 games were, even the series against the Diamondbacks, except for the day game. First 6 games. That's how bad these last 2 have been for the Phils. Outside, 2-2.
Knapp still working hard behind the plate. That was a nice block.
Mm-hmm. Back to the screen. It remains 2-2. Out to right center field. Odubel was playing that way. Makes the catch. 1 out. What's going on in baseball, Murph?
All right, thanks, Tom. It's T-Mobile, built for business, and Robinson Cano hit his home run number 100 in a Mariners uniform, part of a 5-run inning today for them against the Indians. Cano now has 304 for his career. That's second most in baseball history for second basemen. And some injury news: Yasiel Puig is headed to the DL with a hip pointer and a bruised foot. He got injured when he collided with a wall yesterday, and everything was going right for the Arizona Diamondbacks, but today Robbie Ray had to leave the game with an oblique strain in the second inning. They had won their first 9 series, had the Arizona Diamondbacks, including the one against the Nats, but they lose today's game 3-1, and they lose Robbie Ray as well. No word yet on how long he'll be out, but those oblique strains, they tend to hang around for a little while.
Yeah, and let's face it, that's the one thing that's slowing the Diamondbacks down now. If there's anything, it'll be their starting pitching. If they can keep it healthy, and obviously this hurts them, they have a very good team. That ball gets away from Knapp. Not a check swing by Flaherty. Jesse Biddle does not advance to third.
That didn't hit his bat.
I thought he may have swung, but Kerwin Danley says no, but no, it didn't hit his bat. One ball, one strike. Up and away, 2-1. Fouled away, 2-2.
I think with one out, Flaherty's upset that Biddle didn't go to third on that.
I wondered that.
I think Knapp assumed that Biddle was going because he didn't rush back to the backstop to get it. Flaherty was looking at him like, you know, I got a duck out there, man. I hit a fly ball to the outfield. I got me an RBI.
Three balls, 2 strikes. He's down on strikes. 96 on that heater. 2 outs. And here comes Ender Inciarte. 3 for 3, or 3 for 4, I should say. A single, a triple, a double, 2 runs scored. He reached on an error by Santana. Santana's first error in 90 games. This is the 18th at bat for the Braves with a runner in scoring position today. They're only 4 of 17.
They got 10 runs.
But they have 10 runs.
And we only have 1.
Yeah.
So it's going to take miracle.
Well, you were part of one of those before.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike to Inciarte. Inside 2-1.
Got to keep it at a 9-run game, though. Can't make this be a 10-run game.
Well, they can't be too happy about Luis throwing 30 pitches.
Down the left field line, out of play, 2-2. Yeah, it looks, I mean, there are obviously guys that are not available today, which is why Luis is in there in this game. And the fact that Hutchinson didn't pitch today, you wonder if that means that signals that he'll start Tuesday. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another one fouled back.
Oh, that's a good 2-strike approach right there. Just keep getting a piece, choke up on the bat. It's hard to believe that a big hitter like Alfaro or somebody like that literally could hit with that stroke right there. You know, John?
Yeah.
He'd hit the ball 400 feet swinging just like that.
Good start to the homestand. Not a great finish for the Phils as they try to get the last out here in the top of the 9th inning before their last at bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Inciarte. Home run away from the cycle. And he walks. Well, Hutchison is back and throwing in the bullpen, so maybe Tuesday is not in the cards. As Knapp goes out to chat with Garcia. Phillies will be down to 2 visits. It's been a tough day for everybody. Offense has only managed 5 hits through 8 innings so far. That guy has a bulk of them. Aaron Altair. Scott Barry's heading out to try to break up this conversation. So here's Ozzie Albies.
Seems like we have some ugly losses. And
I would agree with you on that.
You know, I know, but there's some days when you actually play, good games and you lose.
Here comes Gabe Kapler taking a very slow stroll out to the mound to give Hutchinson some more time to warm up. I don't think I've ever seen anybody walk that slow out to the mound, John. Yeah, that'll be it for Garcia. So a pitching change here at Citizens Bank Park. The Phillies down 10-1 as Hutchison is just finishing up his warm-up tosses. We'll be back right after this. Kerwin Danley and Scott Barry chatting. Drew Hutchison out on the mound warming up. Phillies just trying to get this last out here. Hutchison 7 games, 1-1, a 3.27 earned run average. And Ozzie Albies will be the batter for the Braves. Jesse Biddle joking around Maikel Franco, his teammate, going through the Phillies farm system. In fact, Jesse told us last week the one thing he wanted to do was get in against the Phillies when we were in Atlanta. And he said he wanted to strike Michael out. And then I told Michael that. Michael said he did strike me out one time in the Futures game. They were both the top prospects in the Phils organization at that time.
I had to go over to the radio booth and give Larry and Scott a hug for the endurance they're showing in today's game.
How did they feel about that? Were they appreciative?
They were very appreciative. Yeah, they returned a nice hearty. Of course, we're all cold, so maybe that was what it is. You know, blubber keeps you warm.
Seems like Biddle's been out at second base for a while.
Yeah, it does. The 0-1 pitch coming to Albies. Out toward right field. And Altair had him played perfectly to pull it in for the final out. 1 run scores on the first major league hit for Jesse Biddle. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Braves 10, Phillies 1. Deliveries of the game. We go to the first inning. Albies with the home run on the first pitch.
Wow. First ball, fastball. Ambush, they call that. Another one from Margot. Deep to right field. Boy, they got some young guys that can hit on this Braves team. Margot went to center field, almost hit a home run to center in the later at bat. Wow, and those are your deliveries of the game, brought to you by W.B. Mason.
Well, now it's Jesse Biddle to try to get the last 3 outs for the Braves. After they lose the first game of this series, the Phils drop game 2 and now are down 10-1 in the bottom of the 9th inning here in game 3. Braves will slide even with the Phillies in the standings. Both will have 16 wins and 11 losses after today.
This ain't over.
Unless the Phils come from behind and score 10 runs.
Just need 9.
To then move to extra innings.
Yeah. I mean, it's such an enjoyable day. Let's stay here a little longer.
And Andrew Knapp has to move out of the way of that 92-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Are you sensing anything here, or is that just?
I don't know. I don't think so. Well,
I do. You got to remember in Atlanta, opening series, Freeman got hit, Suzuki got hit, I believe.
Suzuki got hit here again today.
Suzuki got hit here again today, so I don't.
Outside, 3-0.
I guess not.
Well,
unless those 2 pitches in there were designed to say, don't be doing that anymore.
Looked like he just aimed that one for ball 4. Here's Michael Franco. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom. Well, when this one is said and done, of course, you mentioned that the Phils will be loading up the plane, headed down to Miami for a 3-game set against the Marlins. Jake Arrieta and Dan Straley will go on Monday. Game time at 7 o'clock. Then still waiting to see who will pitch for the Phils on Tuesday, but Harleen Garcia will be going for the Fish. Then on Wednesday, getaway day, Aaron Nola and Jose Urena will be pitching in that one. But as John just said, this one's not over yet.
1 ball and no strikes. Maikel Franco is 1 for 3, an RBI in his at bat in the 4th inning is the only run. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think Suzuki was a little annoyed that he just got hit with the backswing on that. One and 2.
All the at-bats count. Get you some.
Yeah, they don't look at your numbers at the end of the year and say, well, yeah, but that one was in the 9th inning or down 9. That doesn't really matter.
Well, Biddle does check off something else. He strikes out his buddy Maikel Franco. The next 6 games are all on NBC Sports Philadelphia. 3 night games in Miami. We start with a night game on Friday in Washington, and then a couple of day games. The batter now, Kingery, and Kingery takes a strike, 0-1. Jesmuel Valentin has come out of the on-deck circle to pinch hit for the Phils. No balls and 2 strikes to Kingery. And a strike 3 call. 4 strikeouts for Biddle in an inning and 2/3. And now Valentin will make his major league debut.
Well, guys, if we're not here for the next hour, you guys have a good trip. Enjoyed being with you. I'm sorry I brought you bad luck. I've really been a good luck charm for a while, up until the last 2 games.
Well, maybe you could bring some luck to Valentin in his major league debut. He had a nice spring training for the Phillies. Takes a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mom's here to watch his major league debut, and Dad, Jose, former big leaguer who works for the Tigers organization, will meet us in Miami tomorrow. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Valentin last spring hit well enough to make the club at a spring training, and nearly did. Well, this year he didn't do anything to hurt his chances of making the club. He may have made it if Scott Kingery wasn't so hot during spring training. And a swing and a foul tip. Suzuki will hang on, and the ball game is over. Jesse Biddle with 5 strikeouts through 2 innings of relief for the Braves. But that's only a small part of the story. Atlanta beats up the Phils 10-1 to wrap up this series and take the series from the Phillies. Ozzie Albies, one of the young players for the Atlanta Braves that really shined this weekend, is our Chevrolet player of the game. He finishes with 4 hits in 12 at-bats during this series and a handful of extra base hits. He's a league leader in that category. The Braves take the final game, win the series. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.